Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Carter's fate uncertain, the risk of character destruction. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and updates reveal Carter Walton Lawrence St. Victor has successfully seized control of Forrester Creations, but the victory has not come without significant sacrifices. While he has Hope Logan Annika Noel supporting him, Steffi Forrester Jacqueline McInnes Wood and Ridge Forrester Torsten K remain skeptical, believing that Hope is merely leveraging Carter for her own purposes. Carter's choices have raised eyebrows for Ridge and Steffi, who believe he's heading for inevitable heartbreak. They believe he'll be hurt, and ultimately lose everything. Even if his relationship with Hope enjoys a brief moment of happiness, many would argue that the drawbacks far outweigh any benefits, and he'll end up bereft. Once Ridge's closest friend and a reliable ally, Carter has shattered that bond completely, losing a best friend he had for years over Hope. While he also had connections with Steffi and Eric Forrester John McCook, they now see him as a betrayer and no longer trust him. Although Carter may have secured a temporary victory, it's clear that the show won't allow him to maintain control of Forrester Creations indefinitely. Carter doesn't have the authority to usurp control from Ridge and Steffi, especially since this isn't his family business. His reasons for taking such drastic measures seem rather weak. The fact that Hope's struggling line was discontinued hardly justifies his actions, nor does the rejection of his ambitious global conglomerate proposal. It appears that Carter has overstepped and rushed into a scheme that is likely to backfire. The narrative seems to be steering him toward a significant downfall, potentially leaving him powerless and with nothing to show for his efforts. If Carter and Hope's relationship doesn't endure, Carter will truly hit rock bottom. This plot twist has left many fans anxious about what lies ahead for Carter and whether his character can withstand such turmoil. Back in September, Lawrence St. Victor addressed the rumors of his departure from the show in the comments of one of his Instagram posts. While he reassured fans that he wasn't jumping ship to Beyond the Gates, a lot has transpired on screen since that time. Recently, Carter has experienced significant character turmoil, prompting viewers to once again worry about the potential for an exit storyline. Carter might find himself in a tight spot, potentially becoming a seldom-seen character, much like Liam Spencer Scott Clifton has recently. However, there's also a chance that Carter could be steered in a new direction as things unfold. A redemption arc could be on the horizon if he manages to save a Forrester or performs an act that helps him regain some favor with the family. Regardless, Carter has faced significant backlash due to his past actions, and changes are definitely needed. Keep an eye out for updates regarding Carter's future. Spoilers indicate there are still some surprises and twists ahead, so we'll keep you posted with our predictions about what might happen. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Carter's fate uncertain, the risk of character destruction. As the drama of The Bold and the Beautiful continues to unfold, one character's journey seems poised on the edge of a precipice: Carter Walton. Once the steady, reliable legal expert at Forrester Creations, Carter's character arc is now a swirling mix of uncertainty and potential ruin. As the show's narrative evolves, fans are left questioning, will Carter rise to new heights or be destroyed by the very people he once stood beside? Carter's rise to prominence. When Carter Walton first arrived at Forrester Creations, he was primarily known for his work as the company's general counsel. A handsome, professional, and intelligent man, Carter quickly became a fan favorite. His dedication to the company, along with his strong moral compass, set him apart in a world of backstabbing and intrigue. For a time, Carter's loyalty to the Forresters, especially Ridge and Eric, was unwavering. He was the kind of man you could rely on, a true foundation in a sea of chaos. His professional reputation solidified as he navigated numerous complex legal issues, but it was his personal life that would bring him both joy and heartache. His ill-fated romance with Zoe Buckingham, and later his affair with Quinn Fuller, created a swirl of scandal. Yet Carter remained an essentially good guy in the eyes of many, despite the occasional lapse in judgment. The relationship turmoil. It was Carter's romantic entanglements that would first put him on a path that threatened his moral standing. His relationship with Zoe was passionate but ultimately tumultuous, with betrayals, heartbreak, and a lack of compatibility pushing them apart. What was supposed to be a fairy-tale romance between the Forrester executive and the gorgeous model became one of the most dramatic, messy storylines in recent history. Carter's short-lived relationship with Quinn Fuller was another twist of fate that turned his character's trajectory downward. Though Quinn was married to Eric Forrester, her intense chemistry with Carter led to a passionate affair, throwing the Forrester family into chaos. For Carter, the scandal was significant. He had crossed a line betraying the very company that trusted him, not to mention the Forresters themselves. The affair caused irreparable damage to his relationships within the family, especially with Eric, who had once considered Carter a close confidant. However, what seemed like a low point for Carter turned out to be a chance for growth. His ability to pick himself up after each heartbreak and betrayal spoke to his resilience and determination. But now, with a different set of stakes looming, it feels as though Carter's character might be facing an even greater threat, the destruction of his identity, not only as a professional but as a man of integrity. The looming threat to Carter's character. As the drama in The Bold and the Beautiful continues to unfold, Carter's fate has become increasingly uncertain. The stakes have grown higher for him, and with it, the risk of character destruction. So, what's threatening Carter's future, and what could it mean for the show if his character is irreparably damaged? Carter's continued loyalty to the Forresters. Carter's unshakable loyalty to the Forrester family has been both his strength and his Achilles heel. At times, his commitment to Ridge and Eric has led him to make questionable decisions, putting his personal and professional life at risk. As Forrester Creations faces its latest round of challenges, Carter's sense of duty may once again drive him into a difficult position. Will he continue to blindly serve the Forresters, even when it compromises his own values, or will he finally take a stand for himself and carve out his own path, independent of the Forrester legacy? If Carter's loyalty remains unchecked, it could be his downfall. He may be forced into situations that further compromise his integrity, making him a pawn in the larger power struggle at Forrester Creations. Carter's involvement in a Forrester family feud. In recent episodes, Carter has found himself in the middle of the Forresters' ongoing battles, particularly with Ridge and Brooke. While he has always been somewhat of a neutral party, his proximity to the core of the family drama makes him a target. If he continues to act as a mediator, he could be dragged deeper into the conflict, potentially damaging his relationships with the family members he holds dear. Ridge, in particular, has shown a willingness to use Carter as a tool for his own agendas. If Carter continues to be manipulated by Ridge, it could lead to an irreversible shift in his character. Fans could begin to see him as weak or lacking agency, which would undermine the integrity he has built throughout his time on the show. Romantic entanglements and emotional manipulation. Carter's romantic history is nothing short of dramatic, and his future in love seems just as uncertain. As he continues to navigate his feelings for various women in his life, including Quinn and, most recently, Katie Logan, Carter risks becoming entangled in emotional manipulation. His past relationships have often been clouded by betrayal, making it difficult for him to trust others. If he allows himself to be used or taken advantage of by another love interest, it could mark the beginning of his unraveling. Romantic entanglements have already put Carter in a vulnerable position, and if he finds himself in a new, toxic relationship, his character could be destroyed by the very emotions that once made him relatable and likable. This danger is especially prominent as the bold and the beautiful often thrives on love triangles, betrayal, and heartbreak. Carter might be forced into a position where he has to make a devastating choice, either sacrificing his own happiness or perpetuating an unhealthy dynamic for the sake of someone else. The potential for Carter's redemption. The possibility of redemption looms large over Carter's story, but it's unclear whether he will ultimately be able to reclaim the moral high ground or whether the consequences of his past actions will be too great to overcome. His sense of integrity and desire to do right by the people he cares about has been central to his character's appeal. However, if he is pushed too far, too often, it could mark the end of Carter as the trustworthy, honorable man he once was. What would redemption look like for Carter Walton? It might involve him taking a stand against the Forrester family's more nefarious actions, seeking forgiveness from those he's wronged, and, most importantly, proving to himself that he can thrive without relying on others' approval. However, if the show doesn't give Carter this opportunity for growth, it could result in a tragic character arc, one in which his best qualities are overshadowed by betrayal, manipulation, and self-doubt. The risk of destruction. Carter Walton is currently standing at a crossroads. He could either emerge as a stronger, more independent character or fall victim to the very forces that have shaped his past. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to explore Carter's fate, it's becoming increasingly clear that the risk of character destruction is real. The question is, will the show's writers allow him to thrive, or will they let him become a casualty of the ever-shifting power dynamics within the Forrester family? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, Carter's journey is far from over, and his next steps could determine whether he rises like a phoenix or falls into irrelevance.